This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, power and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come. The end is come. It watches for thee. Behold, it is come. First and foremost, I would like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahashem, Yahawashi Bahashem, Rekah Kodash. I would like to give double honors to the head apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the true leaders of Israel to this day, who taught me this truth. And I would like to say shalom to all the Akim and the Akwath that's believing on this truth and that's seeking their salvation at the hands of Yahawah and his only begotten son, Yahawashi. I would like to say shalom. So today, I'm going to play this video clip that I have pulled up on the screen from the brother, the Hopeful Elect 3. It says the boiling pot. And guess what? You Americans are inside of a boiling pot, and Yahawashi is getting ready to turn that temp up on you, okay? What we're seeing playing out, okay, is prophecy unfolding real time. So let's play this clip.
It feels like everybody's waiting for some giant calamity to happen or some major event that is going to like reset everything and start everything over. And I hate to tell you, the way it's going, things are just going to keep getting worse. Things are just going to keep slowly getting worse and worse and worse. Like the farmers who right now 78% of farmers in the South say they can't afford their fertilizer for their crops. Yeah, that's not going to like mean there's no food at all. It's just going to mean that the price of most foods is going to double. And it's just going to be way harder for you to feed your family. And when the stock market collapses, which that's coming with all these AI bubbles and all of the nonsense, and just the whole stock market's just complete bullshit at this point. I mean, SpaceX just IPO'd at 94 times what their revenue is. That just doesn't add up. So that's going to collapse. But that's not going to be like an event where like that makes the people rise up. At the rate that we're going, that's just going to make everything worse, and a whole bunch of people are going to starve, and life's going to get a little worse and worse and worse. The sad thing is we're basically a frog in a pot of water, and they're turning up the heat. But from what I've seen of the American population, we're going to sit in that pot till it boils.
Yahawashi turning up the heat, all right? Once again, this is prophecy being fulfilled real time, okay? And things are going to continue to get worse, okay, and worse. This is Isaiah 46, verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning. Okay, and we're at the end, and Yahawashi declared this from the beginning. All right? And from ancient times, the things that are yet not done, saying, my counsel should stand, and I will do all my pleasure. See, Yahawashi is getting ready to do his pleasure in the earth. Okay? See, Yahawashi wants famine. Yahawashi wants the calamities to fall upon you proud as Americans, okay? You got to remember, Yahawashi is known by the judgments which he execute, and he's getting ready to execute judgment on a worldwide stage, and it's going to start off with these plagues, okay, consuming the earth. Matter of fact, let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra, all right? And we're going to jump around in 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, because these prophecies are popping off the pages real time. All right. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. It says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and in invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and their course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, a man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able to, For because of the pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and a man shall be afraid. And see, these times that we're coming into, if a man is afraid, how much more the weaker vessel, okay, and the woman, all right, is getting ready to get bad out here. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and the modern day sword is the gun, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulations. That's the time we're in. Okay, the lack of bread and great tribulations. We see this famine on the horizon. Okay, and everybody can say, "Oh, it's a engineered famine." Well, guess what? Yahawashi put the spirit on these goddamn devils that bring forth this famine. Once again, we just read Isaiah 46. Yahawashi declared this from the beginning. Okay, he's bringing plagues upon this place. All right. Let's go to 2 Ezra 16. We'll start up some. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 13. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth sharp. And these are talking about the nuclear missiles. Because after all these plagues consume America, Babylon the Great, okay, these nations going to drop off those missiles over here, okay, and completely destroy the land of America. All right, this place is going to be a vast desert after Yahawashi is done with it. And the only people that's going to get out is the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, the ones that have repented, turned back, okay, that's calling on Yahawashi in truth and in sincerity, all right? Ultimately, the ones that are predestined from the foundation of the earth, okay, are going to be the only ones that get up out of Babylon the Great. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, over here in America, Babylon the Great. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again. And see, Yahawashi is turning up the eye on the burner. Okay, he's getting ready to boil. He's getting ready to boil this pot. Okay, as this man said. Okay, and you Americans just don't understand. Y'all don't understand what prophecy is, what prophecy holds, and what's going to befall the planet Earth. Okay. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consumes the foundations of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Okay, these plagues aren't going to get turned back. It's going to continue to increase. Okay, the famine is going to continue to increase. The pestilence are going to continue to increase. Okay, the love of many is going to continue to wax cold. Okay, it's getting ready to be a lot of bloodshed in America, Babylon the Great. Okay, this is going to be a whorehouse here soon. Okay, verse 17. Woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows, and that's where we're at. Okay, we're in the beginning of sorrows. All right. And you got Jake wanting to play around. OK, it tells you in Ecclesiastes, it's better to go into the house of mourning than in the house of mirth. And you got niggas in the house of mirth thinking America's going to bounce back. OK, you got Jake really, consumed with America, Babylon the Great, not realizing that this place is about to become the lake of fire. OK, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death. OK. You got to remember, this devil got a depop agenda, but that's Yahawashi that's getting ready to depopulate the earth. A lot of spirits are getting ready to go back to the spiritual realm. Okay? The beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear the beginning of evils. Okay, as we read in Ezekiel 7. Okay, only evils are being prepared for this place. What shall I do when these evils come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness. And see, See, America is reaching the peak of their wickedness. Okay, and see, Yahawashi is not going to allow this man to continue to allow these people to run rampant like this. Okay, it's a cutoff point for wickedness in the earth, and we're damn near at it. Okay, for the hopeful elect, we're sick of seeing this shit. We've been ready, yesterday for Yahawashi to destroy this bitch. We understand that prophecy has to play out. We understand that the MOTB have to be implemented, okay? Mandated, okay? Where he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive this mark, where we're going to be tested. We're going to step out on faith, depend on our power, as it tells you in the book of Isaiah 10 and 26. If I said that right, Isaiah 10 and 20, I believe. Salakia, 10 and 20, where the elect is going to depend on Yahawashi and not this goddamn devil that has smote us, right? So we understand that prophecy has to play out. But guess what? This nigga done set up the infrastructure, okay? We won false FLAG away, okay, from this nigga rolling that bitch out where it's going to be mandated. We one domino away from this bitch falling and everything following. And for the hopeful elect, we beg Yahawashi to do this thing. Okay. Let's read again. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a moment. But for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. See, Jake ain't mindful of nothing that's going on. Okay. Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case. And see, a lot of people think themselves to be in good case because they can still, go out, do their day-to-day. Of course, the gas prices dropping back down a little bit for the summer. You still can go get your Wendy's, your Bojangles, just your victuals that niggas get all the time. Okay? And they think themselves to be in good case. All right? Once again, verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, that they should think themselves in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And that's what's getting ready to happen. Yahawashi is calling for that sword. Okay, and we're going to jump down. All right, because this is going to be the reality of everybody here soon. All right, verse 33, it says, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegroom. The woman shall mourn, having no husband. The daughter shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Because this war, a lot of you niggas getting ready to suit up and boot up for the American military, and they gonna send your ass over there to the Middle East. Okay, and you getting ready to fight in this last and final war. All right, so even though people think, man, it's getting ready to get bad out here, Jake just don't understand that. Only evil's being prepared. And if you don't get sent over there to the Middle East, guess what? The war gonna come to you on the shores of America, okay? No one's getting ready to escape the judgment of Yahawashi. All right? Verse 35, hear now these things, and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Okay, and that's what we keep telling Jake. These plagues are drawing nigh and they're not slack. As a woman with child in the 9th month bring forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child come forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall the plagues be, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Okay. O my people, hear my word, make ye ready to the battle. And even in those evils, be ye as pilgrims upon the earth. And see, the hopeful elect have that mindset. Okay, we're only passing through this place. Okay, we have nothing here because the only thing that's leaving up out of here is the spirits. Okay, we not taking nothing from Babylon with us. So we're pilgrims upon the earth, okay? But if you are rooted, okay, in America, love America, wandering after the beast, you getting ready to bow your knee, take that MOTB, and you're going to ultimately be destroyed. If you're not destroyed in the plagues leading up, okay, to the nuclear destruction. Verse 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth, and he that buyeth as one that loses. He that occupy merchandise as he that had no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, and he that planteth at the vineyard as he that should not gather grapes. He that marry as they that should not get children, and they that marry not as the widow. And therefore they that labor in vain. For strangers shall reap their fruit, spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. And they that occupy merchandise with robbery, and the more they deck their cities and houses, their possessions and their own persons, the more I will be angry with them for their sins, saith the Lord. Okay, and that's the point. All right, nothing that you do over here is going to prosper, okay, unless you're doing it for Yahawah Yahawashi, okay? And that's us putting these lessons out, us reading, us studying, okay? You know, us preparing our minds to go through the straight gate to get up out of here. But if you doing anything that's rooted in America, Babylon the Great, it's not going to prosper, okay? We know we got to get our daily bread. We know we got to deal with the people of the world, you know, while we, you know, go to work and all that. But at the end of the day, we are ready to go. We understand evils are being prepared for this place, okay? And once again, you Americans are in that boiling pot. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah Yahawashi Bashem Rekak Wadash. Double honors to the head apostles and elders. Shalom to all the Akim and Nakwaf. Shalom.